Hello, welcome. Looks like only one individual's in here so far. What's your name? Hello, welcome. Looks like we have a couple of people joining us so far. So please state your name and where you're from. Hello. Why don't you start out by telling me your name and where you're from? Looks like we have three people in here. Tell me your name and where you're from. How you guys doing? We got four people, so jump right in. Cheyenne Hunter, Stockton, California. Welcome. Glad you're here. You're the first one. I need to get up to Stockton and do some videos. Come. Yeah. Now we're down to three. Probably because it's a holiday. Happy Happy Labor Day. Hope you got the day off from work. Well, Cheyenne, looks like it's me and you. Do you have any questions? I wanted to talk about the channel, how it's going, but I'd like to have a few more people in here. Hi, Lucy. Lucy Lee, thank you for the question. Favorite gravesite is Cindy Hudspeth. She was a victim of the Hillside Stranglers. And the reason why she's my favorite is because it was hard to find her gravesite location. She's up in North Hollywood, right next to Bob Hope Airport, I believe it is. It took a lot of effort to find her. Finally did, and it's a big thrill to find her grave location. So she's probably my favorite. But the first grave I ever visited was before I had the channel, and that was Colonel Sanders in Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky. Yes, Lucy. In fact, I'm working on a video about the Hillside Stranglers, and I found most of the victims already. I've already done videos of the locations. So I'm putting it all together, and I want to do a nice job with it. So it takes lots of research to do this. It took so long to find her grave because she wasn't, well, she is listed on Find a Grave, but there's no directions, there's no GPS. So and when I asked the front office, they didn't know where she was at either. So a subscriber, his name's Joe, gave me some pointers on how to find her because he's been there. So it took most of the day. And again, it's a real thrill to find a gravesite that you're really looking for. And that was recently, that's been within the past 30 days. Hey, Cynthia, welcome. From Missouri. I did a video, 2 videos, 3 videos in St. Louis. One was inventors, like I found a grave of the guy that invented the gas stove, and some other inventors, the guy that developed Listerine, that was interesting. The guy that discovered ammonia, I found his grave too. That's in St. Louis. And also lots of Cardinal baseball players too. I was a little disappointed in that the inventors video didn't do that well. I thought it would be something of interest, but doesn't get much attention. Less than 1,000 views in 2 years. Happy Labor Day. I didn't advertise that I was going live. I was just had some spare time today. So I thought I'd go live and see if we can get some activity and get some questions answered. And I'll talk about the channel here soon. Thank you for the thumbs up. There's Eric. Hey, Eric. Yeah, from Cleveland or the Ohio area. Okay, Cynthia was born in St. Louis. That's a nice town, matter of fact. Matthew Perry's. I don't think he has a headstone yet, but I know where he is. I think it's Glendale, Forest Lawn Cemetery, Glendale, I believe. Or it might be Hollywood Hills where Liberace is. I'm not sure. Interestingly, somebody just gave me a thumbs down. So why in the world? What? Why do people give thumbs down when somebody's trying their best? So anyway, there's going to be trolls. Okay, yeah, Liberace's got a nice place. I live in Las Vegas, and I ran into Liberace one time in a grocery store. I think it was Safeway on Tropicana in Las Vegas. Trolls everywhere. Yeah. Okay. You have relatives in Las Vegas. Lucy does. I've lived here over 40 years. As soon as we hit 10 people in here, I'll talk about the channel a little bit. I made some notes. Again, I didn't advertise. I'm going live, so I just thought I'd wing it and see if anybody had some spare time to come in here. I like your comments. Thanks, Eric. I like it when you leave a comment. So does Cynthia. Your names I do recognize. Yes, Liberace. I ran into him at a grocery store years ago. It was a Safeway. He was in the produce aisle. And he was just a normal person here. So, yeah, interesting character. When I did my Palm Springs video recently, I found this house that he lived in Palm Springs, and that video is doing pretty well too, by the way. 3 people got bored and left already. Come on. Come on. Come in here. Thanks for your guys' support. We got 9 people now. So thanks so much. Yeah. Oh, good, Cheyenne. Thanks for sticking with me. No, he was just, he was in what I would call, Liberace was dressed, I would call it business casual. Dress pants, nice, a nice sports shirt, nothing fancy, but he had his hairpiece on. It looked like he bought his hairpiece at Walmart. Cynthia. Okay, 11 people. Here we go. Welcome. Today is Labor Day, so hope you're having a nice day, resting, and got the day off. I closed my insurance office today, so everybody got the day off. Want to talk a little bit about the channel. As I speak today, we're at 8,929 subscribers. I'm pushing for 10,000. Yeah. Yeah, you guys to pay at Walmart. I'm pushing for 10,000. We have 266 videos posted. Now that's a lot of work because a 15-minute video takes about 10 hours to edit, believe it or not. I've made $6,056.64 in 3 years. So not getting rich. My average income is $168 a month. I saw Liberace 1986. The channel's had 1.8 million views, which is 130,000 hours of view time. Also, YouTube will tell channels what their click rate is. Mine's a 4.9%. What that means is, as you're on YouTube, you'll see videos. several videos on your page that show up. Well, out of all those videos, 4.9% mine are clicked on or watched. I get my hey Pete. Oh, cool. I like that. The news, Pete. I like that. Yeah, cool. Thank you for sharing that. Yes, it is tough to get algorithm going with YouTube. No question. So I'm getting my views from Dearly Departed Tours with Scott Michaels. A lot of his subscribers or viewers watch mine next. Also, I get activity from Travels with Nick. I'm not familiar with him, but I am with Scott Michaels. I do watch his. History Hunters, a really good guy, Jeff. Those that watch his channel seem to find their way to mine too. And then Fascinating Graveyard. I get views that after they watch his, they may watch mine. What's interesting is 88% of my viewers aren't subscribers. So I wish I could pick up more subscribers if they watch the video. Maybe I should start saying, please like, share, and subscribe like a lot of people do, but I really never have. My average viewer is average is 65 years old and older. In fact, 42% of my viewership is that age group. My number one video, yes, Lamont. Yeah, Lamont is Fascinating Graveyard. I watch his stuff too. He's good. I like his voice. He's got a great voice. Let's see. My number one video is Richie Valens. I have 181,000 views on his channel, on his video. I've made $600, and I've picked up about 500 subscribers on that video alone. Number two video is Child Actors. It's at 83,000 in views. And number three is a fairly new video. It's Palm Springs Homes and their graves. Famous Palm Springs homes and famous graves, such as Liberace, Dean Martin, the Rifleman, Chuck Connors. Now, what I like to do, let me look at some of these notes. La Bamba, yes. Frank Sinatra, yes. His house and his grave too. Yes. Now, what I like to do, as you guys watch the videos, each famous grave stop, I try to bring in a video clip because a lot of my stuff are people you may have forgotten about or never heard of. So I like to bring them back to life, if you will. And the way to do that is I'll walk up to the grave, tell a story, and try to bring in a video clip of one of their movies or films. I do that on every stop. Now that's very, very time consuming because I got to find a video that would fit, that I think would be appealing. And then I got to test it with YouTube to see if they will approve it. And that takes time. 75% of the time, they give me a copyright strike, meaning I got to take it out. So that's about 3 times the work per video. That's why when you see a 15-minute video, it takes about 10 hours to edit. But I just think it's worth the time and effort because I think it adds something to the video. A lot of channels don't do that. I think Graveyard Guy, what's his name? Last name's Dark. What's his first name? He does a great job. Very professional. he does that, but I don't think too many others. So that's something I like doing, and I'm going to stick with it too. Okay, good. Thanks, Cynthia, for watching all my videos. I do recognize your name. Yeah, Arthur Dark. Thanks, Pete. That's right. Uh, I think Pete's, are you an elementary teacher? And you live in California, I think. I think. Yeah. Uh, yeah. So, uh, and now I'm getting close to 10,000 subs, and I'm starting to get some mean comments, which if they hurt my feelings, I delete them. Talking about talk about my Midwest accent or how much I weigh, like they want to body shame. Yeah, those I'll delete. Uh, and then there's a lot of people that will criticize the way I'm doing the videos when they don't have a channel, but they want to tell you how to do yours. So I usually leave those up. So okay, Bakersfield, we're um, Buck Owens. Buck Owens and the other great country singer, Merle Haggard. I've been to Buck's grave, also been to Don, his guitar player. Don Rich's grave too. That video's done pretty well too. Ben Adams, yes, I recognize Ben from Florida. Thanks for supporting the channel and your nice comments. Big subscriber. Thank you very much. What I'm finding is about my viewership, they're only watching the video about 39% of it. To have a stronger algorithm with YouTube, you got to have 50% or better watch rate, watching it through the end. That's why lately in the videos, I'm saying I'd appreciate if you watch the video to the end because that helps the algorithm. What I think, they're closing Buck's Place, Crystal Palace. Wow. Who would have thought? That's a nice place. And I regret that I never went to Bakersfield to catch Buck on the weekends. I regret that. Hey, Chris Clark. Welcome. I'm glad you're in here. Chris is a big subscriber, big supporter of the channel too. Yeah, I didn't advertise. I'm going live. I had some spare time today, being Labor Day. Happy Labor Day, everyone. Hope you got the day off. So I thought I'd try to go live and see how it would go. Hey, Jim and Marcia from Kokomo, Indiana. Yeah, welcome. I think I've told you in the past that my father worked for Collins United Van Lines. They're in Kokomo. I remember the warehouse was right next to railroad tracks. I remember that. That was going way back in the 70s, 1970s. Also had a good friend that lived there. His name is Bob Fisher. He was a bus driver. It'd be nice if you know him. So thank you for supporting the channel too. And a lot of you folks, I recognize your names because I appreciate your comments and such. Yeah. So anyway, that's where we're at. Not getting rich. Those of you that just joined us, we're at 8,929 subscribers. And I got 266 videos up. And I try to release one video every Sunday. Yeah, I wish you knew, Bob Fisher. Yeah, part 3 is already finished, Chris. It's already finished. So to be posted on Saturday. I try to release one a week, but you guys need to know I'm 66 years old. I run an insurance agency that I started when I was 22, and I'm still doing it. Also have a couple of side businesses I do as well in Las Vegas. And then it seems like I'm editing videos about 2 hours every evening. So it's a lot of work. You got to love doing this, which I do. I'm a taphophile. I'm a taphophile. You should look that up. Sounds like somebody that needs to be put in jail, but you should Google it. I've always had it. I've always enjoyed cemeteries. It's not creepy, goofy stuff, scary, nothing like that. It's the beauty and the peacefulness of cemeteries. Plus, I walk 5 to 7 miles per video. And it's all fresh air. And a lot of the cemeteries / memorial parks are uphill. So it's lots of walking, good exercise. I get my heart rate up to about 130 doing this. Good, Chris. Thanks for coming in. Yes, that's what it means. Love cemeteries, the beauty. So anyway, that's what's going on. So I think what I'm going to do to encourage people to watch longer is I think I'll give a teaser in the beginning, and I'll say I'll give you an insurance tip at the end of the video. So please watch all the way through. Insurance tip would be something about car insurance, home insurance. I also do Medicare insurance. So I'll give the consumer, viewer, subscriber a little tip at the end that would be helpful for every situation. So I think I'll start doing that. I pretty much have already edited the next 4 videos. So I think around October, November, I'll start doing that with the newer videos. I just got back from Altadena, California. I found Superman, the guy that developed the Richter scale, earthquake guy, the measurements, found his grave, and some others. Okay, Pete's going down to Glendale. He goes every year for Stooges film. This is his 23rd year. Spends 3 hours at Forest Lawn. Philip Baker grave. I'm not familiar with him. I also want to mention that when I do these videos, I'll have a list that I'll compile here in my office. Yeah, here's a list. And so when I take off, I'll know who these people are. And as I mentioned before, I like finding graves of those who are well known or perhaps we have forgotten about. And I mentioned that I like to bring them back to life, if you will. So when I'm at the grave, I'm learning as you guys are, but I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. I like watching the old movies now. I never did before. I do now. And many times when I'm driving back from LA to Las Vegas, it's about 300-mile drive, about 5 hours or so. And I can usually get two movies in that I'll listen to them Bluetooth on the way back. And they're interesting. My very favorite movie, it has Kathy O'Donnell in it, who I just visited, and that's a forthcoming video. And the movie is The Best Years of Our Lives. Came out in 1946, directed by Robert Weiler. It's a really, really good movie. I really enjoyed it. Yes, Frank Sinatra's in part 1, Sonny Bono, and Suzanne Summers. And I just finished editing part 3. So my process is I'll do narratives at the grave sites, and then I'll come back to Las Vegas to do some voiceovers. Once it's all glued together, I'll ship it off to a girl in Bangladesh. She charges me $10 per video, and she'll put a finishing touches on it on the narrative. When you read the title and you go through the narrative, those are her words, and she's a professional at it, and that helps algorithm as well with YouTube. So $10 per video. Steve Lawrence, I did Edie. I don't think I've done Steve Lawrence yet, Chris. Yeah, keeping in shape, but I got to cut back on the M&Ms and Marie Callender pies. I found Marie Callender. She was another nice find. I found her recently too. She owned the restaurants or started the restaurants, Marie Callender's. Good, Pete. Yeah, it's helpful if you have a friend that works in the industry, especially if they'll take you out and show you where individuals are. Oh, I probably, Chris, if he's right next to Edie, I probably got him. Hello, Brian. Welcome. Having fun. It's good, clean hobby. Good, clean hobby. I'm a taphophile. You need to Google it and check it out, the meaning of it. Yeah, Marie Callender, Cynthia, was a real person. And that was a nice video. When I did that, when I did her location, I think I'm the first graveyard guy ever to do a visit at that cemetery, Cathedral Memorial Park in Garden Grove, California. Hey, okay, Brian. Yeah, Brian. I guess I could talk about why car insurance has gone up so much across our nation. I'll talk about that. But the reason it's gone up so much is loss ratios. Loss ratios. You can Google it. You can go into your local or your state's Department of Insurance website, and you can look right down the line. Geico, Progressive, State Farm, Allstate, they're all losing money. They pay out more than they bring in premium. That's why rates go up. And there's reasons for that too. And I'll talk about that at the end of a video that's coming up. Okay, good, Brian. What part of California are you? Yes, right, Ben. And everything else is more expensive. That's true. Okay, Long Beach. Yes, I haven't been down that far yet. I've gotten to Anaheim, Garden Grove, Westminster. I'll have to check out Long Beach. Yeah, M&Ms. Yeah. So, what else was I going to say? Oh, the cost. My daughter is a manager. She's second or third in line at Marriott. So I get her employee discount when I get hotel rooms. They're anywhere from $45 to $63, depending on where I stay. So I really appreciate that. If I didn't get her nice discount, I don't know if I could do the channel because of the cost. Then I usually stay 2 nights, and then you have the gas from Las Vegas to Los Angeles area and back, then the meals. So you got to factor all that in. But I figure I'm breaking even on things. Plus, I'm having a lot of fun, having a whole lot of fun meeting people such as you great folks. And also, when I do videos, I'm meeting good people. Interestingly, when I do go to the office to get directions, uh, if it's a nice visit, I'll give them my insurance card, and about half of those front office girls I've insured. So that's a nice situation. So I have cemetery or Memorial Park office workers in Texas, St. Louis, California, Arizona, insured. And I'm not a creepy insurance guy. I never ask friends for their business. I'll just give them my card. And the way car insurance is skyrocketing, they'll usually end up calling me, and I can, being an independent agent, I can usually always beat what you're paying now if they have a clean record. So I enjoy that too. So that's a little more profit, if you will, on some of these trips. Thank you, Pete. Thanks. Thank you, Pete. I appreciate that. Kate, welcome. Where are you from, Kate? Okay, Chris, I'll need to get up your way. By the way, some of you guys, if I get close to you, I want you to come out and meet up with me. Maybe we can have lunch and you can walk me around and show me where all the famous people are buried. In some of my videos, by the way, yeah, that's sad. They're shutting down restaurants. Yeah. I know some Marie counters have shut down too. Oh, yes, Ben. Yeah, Pahrump. The only famous grave I found in Pahrump, Nevada, which is about 64 miles west of Las Vegas, is the guy that had the all-night radio show. He believed in UFOs and such. Art Bell. Art Bell is the only famous grave I found in Pahrump, which I did a video on him when I first started this channel. I think it has about 1,500 views in 3 years, so nothing really outstanding. Who was it, Ben? Who was your favorite celebrity? Ben Adams? Welcome. Show SHAO, welcome. Hello. Okay, Kate from Santa Ana, now lives in Florida. Yeah, Art Bell, yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Pete, come to Las Vegas. There's about 80 famous graves here. Retired broadcast engineer Ben Adams. How's the sound? How's my mic sound? I got a cheap microphone here. Hope it's coming over okay. So when I release a video on Saturdays, I keep an eye on it. I'm getting about 100 views an hour, day and night. But what's happening is when a video is about 3 days old, it crashes and burns, doesn't get hardly any activity. So that's an algorithm thing again. So I got to figure out a way to get from 39% to over 50% of people watching the video. I need to improve that. I'm trying to figure that out now. Thanks, Ben. Thank you. So anyway, I thought I'd give this a try. I had some spare time, being Labor Day, so I didn't advertise this, but I'm grateful for you folks that's come in and asking questions and leaving comments. So let's see. What I'm working on is Hillside Strangler victims. I found a lot of grave locations of those connected to the O.J. Simpson deal. That can be a video. So I've been to Nicole Brown and Ron Goldman's grave and Van Adder's. So I can put something together for that. It seemed like there's another one. Seemed like another one I can do. Yes, Lucy, Art Bell's from Pahrump. He did his radio program out of his mobile home in Pahrump, Nevada. Lived in a double wide mobile home. Doing these videos, you know, I'll put a lot of time and effort in it and expense. And I'm thinking, man, this is going to do well. This video, this one's going well. It's all in one take. I found locations easily, and I'll put it out, and it's lucky to get 1,000 views. And then on the other hand, when I just slop something together, just because I need a video, that thing will get 25,000 views. So you can't predict it. Just can't predict it. So my channel, I like to find those who are well known, behind the scenes people, the broadcast engineer guy. I like that, behind the scenes people, the sound man, all that, as opposed to the real famous graves. So I like my channel I want to lean towards the behind the scenes person. That's very, very important. I like that. I like doing that. That's a nice feeling to find those people. Just so you know, when you see 15 graves, famous graves in one video, that takes 6 hours, 7 hours to find them. And I use Find a Grave, and usually there's a GPS on the Find a Grave, but those are only accurate half the time because it's a volunteer thing. So a lot of tapophiles that visit famous graves, they'll put information in, and then as they're walking back to the car, they'll hit the button to pin it. And sometimes it doesn't register until they're in their car driving down the road. Well, idiots like me is out walking next to the drive there trying to find a famous grave. So it's only accurate half the time. And then I go to the front office. I call it my silver bullet. If I have to, one visit at a time, one graveyard visit Memorial Park visit at a time. And I'll ask for directions. And sometimes I got a white lie. I got a white lie and say that's my aunt, that's my uncle, so I can get the information. You can only do that, like I said, maybe one time. So that's why they're difficult to find. You don't just get out of the car and walk up to them, but rarely you do. And but once you do find them, it's still a thrill within the dopes like me who loves graveyards. It's still a big thrill to find them. I'll spend up to about 30 minutes to find one location. No more than an hour. A lot of walking around, but it's fun to find them. Billion Graves is a good resource also. Thanks, Ben. Thanks. I'll check that out. Now, I met that fella that started that Billion Graves in Cedar City, Utah, when I was working on the video where the state trooper raped and killed the young girl driving from LA. He stops her in Barstow, I think it is, and rapes and murders her. So I was going up to Cedar City to find her, and I met that guy at that graveyard. Now, the difference between a cemetery and a memorial park are the headstones. If the headstones are flat, it's a memorial park. Upright, it's a graveyard, cemetery. We've gone about 48 minutes. So let's go a few more. If you have any questions, thank you for the thumbs up too. Thanks for coming in and asking questions. Thank you, DNW. Thank you for the nice comment. But I'm going to check out Billion Graves. I haven't really done that. I got one person, I don't know who it is, that as soon as I put a video up, within seconds, thumbs down. Within seconds. So somebody I'll be irritated or just somebody mean-natured. I mentioned that I made friends. I'm making friends too. And thanks for joining the Facebook group I started. It's called Famous Graves with Diamond Dave. It's on Facebook, and I'll communicate there oftentimes too. But some of my videos, there'll be somebody off camera that's walking me around that I've met. So that really helps things and cuts time down. They can walk me to the general area. One time I ran into a guy. Tom Parker, he's been cremated, Pete, and I went down to the downtown cemetery to talk to him, and they confirmed to me he's been cremated and they don't know where he is. And I also talked to Loanne, his widow, and asked her, because she was insured with me. She was one of my customers before she died. I had her insured, and she wouldn't talk about where he's at. She wouldn't share. Hey, Timothy, thanks. Thanks for joining. Thank you very much. Okay, good. That's a great question, DNW. Have you made any good friends at Glendale Forest Lawn and access to some of the closed off areas of the Great Mausoleum. Yeah. No, I've been there a lot. I'll go in. Most recently, there's a forthcoming video of Ellen Corby and a few others in there, Wrigley Brothers. I'm going to glue that together, and I jumped the gate. I confess, I climbed the gate, open. Am I being disrespectful? Well, I don't know, but I'm bringing good, positive attention to those, like the Wrigley Brothers. I make sure I close the gates and all that too. And also, I've been known to bribe a security guard to get in to see Joseph Barbera, Hanna-Barbera, cartoon guy, Flintstones. A $20 bill got that door open. And Jim Davis of Dallas, Jim Davis. But the Great Mausoleum, that's a challenge. That's a challenge to get in there and get around. I know James Arnaz is in there, W.C. Fields, a bunch of other people I like to find their locations. But no, they're pretty strict, and they're going to keep an eye on you. If you get out of hand, they're going to come get you and walk you out, which I've been escorted out before. So that's the deal. Is it disrespectful? I don't think so. Again, because we're talking about the people positively and bringing them honor and respect. Thanks, Cheryl. Thanks for you guys enjoying my channel. Yeah, thank you, Lucy. I try to release one every Saturday. I try to. Sometimes I can't because, again, I'm still working full-time, insurance guy, and I have a couple other side businesses. Michael Jackson, W.C. Field. Okay. Yeah, one of these days, Pete. Oh, Pete, you got in? You got in the Great Mausoleum? Yeah, Timothy, hop fences or dumpsters die. I've done one of the two. One out of the two. Anything else? Anything else? Any questions you want me to address? Chris, I'll look here soon to see if I got your request. Pete, did you get to Pete's memorial deal in Lancaster? Did you make it? Seemed like it's about a year ago. Yeah, let me know when you're in Glendale, Pete. Let me know. Good question, Cheryl. Why does YouTube sometimes let you show clips and sometimes not? I wish I knew. I wish I knew. But every famous grave stop, I try to bring a video clip in. I try to. And I don't know why some I can and others I can't. We'll go 5 more minutes. That'll be 1 hour, and then we'll call it a day. I recently found the voice of Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse. They're married and they're interred right next to each other at Forest Lawn, Glendale, California. I like it when my policyholders come to the office, I got a big picture on my wall. It's got me taking a picture of a grave, and it says famous graves with Diamond Dave. And they'll say, hey, you should go see Burt Reynolds. You should go find John Wayne, which in most cases, I've already done it. And I can tell them which location they're at, which Forest Lawn Memorial Park they're at. The front office people. Yeah, you're welcome, Ben. Yeah, Black Heart Night. I've tried 9 seconds and still gotten a copyright strike. Yeah, try to be respectful. Be a DNW. And so you always try to be respectful. Now, sometimes I might not like the famous grave. I might not like them, but I still show respect and I still tell their story. So, and I mentioned earlier that sometimes after 30 minutes to an hour, I can't find a location. What's interesting is next time I go back, I'll stumble across them. And I think, man, I was so close last time. I didn't know the grave is right here. So seems to work out. Okay, Timothy, that's cool. That's cool. Black Heart Night. It looks like you have a channel. Cool. I have to check him out. Cool. Yeah. Yes. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks, Chris. So you folks, if you got somebody famous in your backyard, go out there and film it for me. But don't film this way. Film this way. Film this way. If I get this straight. Yeah. Not like this. Like this. And email it to me, and I'll put it in one of my videos, and I'll give you some love for it too. Down there in Compton, I found Shorty Shay. Yes, Pete, sideways. You see so many people that do this. Well, that tells you somebody doesn't have much experience doing videos. This is a way to fly. Okay. Yeah, I remember Rowdy Pike. I remember him. Where's your mother buried at? Yeah, Ben, I'm not on TikTok. Oh, you're right, Ben. TikTok this way. You're right. Man, this has been fun. That worked out better than I thought it would. Got 15 thumbs up. I want you guys to know that I appreciate every one of you. I recognize your names. You're very important to me. I want this channel to be successful. It won't unless you guys watch the videos. Please watch it all the way through. Even if you start it and you go out and mow the yard, whatever, if you'll keep it going, that's very helpful. So that's one of my goals, is to improve the length of when the video is watched, the length of it by the subscriber. So I appreciate you guys. Love you. I look forward to your comments. I look forward to it. I'll post a video, then I'll sit back in this chair and I'll look for comments. So that's very, very important to me. So thank you very, very much. I appreciate that. Everybody wants to feel successful, and I want to make sure I'm successful at this too. And also truly believe that everybody should be remembered, good, bad, or ugly. Everybody should be remembered. And I appreciate every one of you guys. And I look forward to working hard, doing better and better and better, improve videos, and stick with this because it's fun. And I look forward to doing it. Love you guys. Talk to you later.